one that I know that's a good astronaut question, actually. But how long does it take to get into space? I like the follow-up, actually. And how long can you stay there?
Getting into space quite quick, because it's although it seems like although it seems like a long way away. Actually, it's not that far. It just happens to be straight up, which is tough, you know. So yeah, I mean, you can get up there depending on how fast your rocket is in hours, minutes, whatever it takes. But staying up there is tougher because you've got to be able to breathe and you've got to be able to eat and you've got to be able to not go mad. All three of these are important. And I know some of the people we've been talking about this week have got a much better idea about this than I have. But as long as you've got the food, as long as you've got the oxygen, and as long as you've got the systems to sort of keep them going, you can stay up there as long as you like, as long as you're shielded from nasty cosmic rays and that sort of stuff. Probably the biggest problem is muscle wastage and just so you'd get gradually weaker and weaker and it'd be hard to come back. And if you're on your own, going completely insane. That would also be an issue.
Or even with other people. I think this was the thing that I'm loving about the conversations with the astronauts I've been talking to this weekend and the people that are training them. The isolation, the loneliness, the sense of detachment from Earth and your home, and the duration of those long flights and missions is something that we can't know about. And yeah, it's an extraordinary job that those people have. But I was talking to some people, some of the hackers here last night, where we were talking about it's no different. Those long journeys, so people talk about a one-way mission to Mars. So, you know, the duration of that would be for as long as you're alive. Which, you know, might be affected by the fact that you're going to Mars.
Yes.
But that's no different in lots of ways from the journeys that the Pilgrim Fathers took to America, or the first people that went to Australia. They were one-way trips and felt, and at the time, I imagine, no different from the way that we would feel leaving to go into space.
Absolutely. So, probably even worse, actually, because particularly if you're exploring, you don't know how long it's going to be. You don't know if there's anything to find when you get there. Whereas, you know, if you send somebody to Mars, we know how long it's going to take them to get there, probably to within the minute, and we know roughly what they're going to find when they get there and all that sort of stuff. But if you're just getting in a sailing boat made of wood and sailing off generally westwards to see what happens, anything could happen. So that's a very different thing, I think. Actually, so in many ways, it's even worse.
Well, I didn't realise, talking to Tim Peake yesterday, I didn't understand that we as a race, human beings, were talking about missions beyond our solar system now. I didn't, and so yeah, there's the equivalent, I guess, of getting in the boat and wondering, are we going to fall off the edge of the world?